What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. About to react to the Adrien Broner, Mikey Garcia press conference, which started off kind of mundane, but got hot. When a certain person got on stage and who started the boiling hotness. If you didn't see it, I'm gonna let you know, and it wasn't Adrien Broner that got the ball rolling. But FYI. Carl Frampton's fight is going to be streamed on Showtime, Facebook Live, and I think YouTube or straight from Showtime. Facebook Live for sure, Showtime Boxing. Along with the Gerald Washington Big Baby Miller fight, it's going to be streamed on there as well. Katie Taylor fight is going to be streamed on there as well. And then the co-feature in the main event, Garcia, Broner, and Heelan and Charlo is going to be, you got to have Showtime to watch those fights as well. But the other fights, will be streamed on Showtime Boxing, Facebook Live, and perhaps Twitter and Showtime. So check your local listings for date and time. For time. And special happy birthday to Adrien Broner tomorrow. We give him another shout out. He's turning 28 years old. Him and his twin. And you're gonna talk about his what he said today and react to what he said as well. Real quick, you had Drill, Big Baby Miller, and Gerald Washington kind of spiced things up for a minute. They didn't get to talk long, but Big Baby Miller spit his piece. He had some nice educational things to say, saying being a heavyweight is not only about fighting in the ring, but teaching others outside the ring and giving back to the sport while you're still active. And that was some real talk. Gerald Washington seems to be ready. Big Baby seems to be ready. Katie Taylor came up and said something nice. Everybody has a lot of respect for her. The impact that she can make on women's sport boxing could be huge for what we understand, and hopefully she prospers in her career and takes women boxing with Clarissa Shields to a whole nother level, and praying for that and hoping for that as well. Sebastian Heelan and his manager Sebastian, who translated for him, didn't have a lot to say. Jamal Charlo didn't have a lot to say as well. But it started to heat up when Mike Stafford got up there. Robert Garcia didn't have much to say. He talked for like 30 seconds. They seemed very, very confident. The Big G was there. Their father was there as well. But Mike Stafford, spit his piece. He wasn't too animated. He wasn't talking all that shit. He was in the gym, seemed like he was holding back a little bit. And, saying they got something in store for Mikey Garcia they've been working on. And you got to respect him as a trainer. Three world champions, 6 Olympians. And, a lot of people used to be down there and say Adrien needs a new trainer. And Adrien stayed loyal to him even after the losses and the close calls when most fighters, would have switched up. You got to respect him for that as well. But I think he's a good trainer. It's just about Adrien Broner, buying in. And if you don't buy in from anybody, from any trainer or boxing coach, it's not going to work, And, Mikey Garcia, was very respectful when he got up there. He's very confident and, in what he's going to do Saturday night. And, we talk about him a little bit later. But Adrien Broner, felt a lot slighted. And Leonard Ellerby really got the ball rolling, really juiced up the press conference. Lou DiBella, introduced Mikey. And Leonard Ellerby, introduced Team Broner, and introduced Broner in particular, and said that basically he pulled him to the side and said, dude, you're 5-1. And he said, Broner said, what the fuck? He said he couldn't believe it. He said at that point, Leonard Ellerby said at that point, he seen a total change of Adrien Broner. And he said he hit that corner, and he says he's been focused. Like I told you guys yesterday in the video in the Ring TV, when they had him like 40 out of 40 people, I was asked who you think gonna win, and like 35 of them said Mikey. Only 5 people legitimately picked Adrien Broner. And Adrien Broner is reading all that. A lot of people say, oh, if he's focused, he's this, he's that. And Mike Stafford said that they are confusing brashness and confident cockiness the wrong way. He said this kid works and he does what he has to do, and he does out of the ring. They basically trying to he's trying to clean it up and all that other stuff. And they said that he's been totally focused about boxing, about business. This fight, said he hasn't talked to anybody from Cincinnati. Adrien Broner said when he was up there, to get into what he said when he was up there, he said that he can't go back home. He said I grew up on Section 8, and I can't have people in the hood basically saying that I'm not shit, and I lost to this guy. And he seems super, super focused. Adrien Broner seems super focused. It's something different about him this fight. It's usually like silliness and cockiness. He was silly, but you could tell his whole demeanor was business. He didn't seem as energetic, and that could be the weight loss, but I think he's laser focused, and I think we're going to get the best Adrien Broner that we've seen. And I haven't been a guy, if you listen to my videos, that believe that. But now seeing this demeanor and seeing that he's legitimately taking this fight serious, not even about the weight cutting, not a bit about hitting the bag, not about what he's changing up. It's about him. It's about his character, what he's showing. You know, it's what I'm seeing from him. You can sense it that he knows this is urgency. You just know that somebody in his ear. And if Leonard Ellaby is in his ear about this fight, Floyd is in his ear about this fight, because he knows. You know, a lot of people don't want to buy it if he loses this fight. You know, he's going to Andre Berto gatekeeper stepping stone status. Andre Berto 1.5 or 2.0, whatever you want to call him. He knows. He knows. You know, fuck what everybody else from Ohio thinking that he can lose this fight and still have a chance to resurrect his career. This is it. And he knows it from what he was saying. And then Mikey Garcia, he seems very, very confident. You know, Radio Raheem asked him, you know, asked both of them what was so important about this fight. And he said basically, you know, somebody can basically make a name off the other. He said basically he wanted to fight Broner just for the name, just to blow up. Madonna fought Broner. He got a Floyd fight. He blew up in popularity. And he wants that popularity. You know, he wants that popularity. And so does Adrien Broner. You know, he wants to get back where he wants to be at and where he once was, pound for pound list. And both guys are highly, highly confident. You know, Mikey Garcia seems very laid back, very relaxed. He knows the game plan, it seems like, and they're going to try to go out there and execute. They feel like Broner is not as good as he's been advertising. They asked Mikey Garcia, and on this, he said, we know you're not Madonna, but he said, you know, what can you do? You know, what's the difference? And Broner said that, you know, Broner pretty much said that, you know, this motherfucker ain't Madonna. You know, he ain't nowhere near Madonna. Mike Garcia said, you will see. He said, I'm definitely not Madonna, but I'm definitely a guy who, you know, who is talented in his own right. He said he's going to he said he's going to do his thing. He said he's going to execute his game plan, basically. And he says he's going to basically fuck Broner up. You know, he said he's ready. They are so confident in that Garcia camp, dude. You could just see it through all the videos and hear. They confident. They're very confident. Broner's very confident. And it's going to be a hell of a fight. And it was a solid press conference. It was a very good one. Tasteful as well, but a lot of trash talk.